Number 1. BMW. One of the most competitive GT3 cars will be back in 2024. M4 GT3 is going to the third season and will be competing at Imsa and WC. So let's get known about this car. The engine used is an inline 6-spec twin-turbo 3.0 liters. At Imsa, there will be only 2 teams operating with a single car each of them. The Paul Miller Racing at GT3 Pro Class and Turner Motorsport at GT3. And at WC, Team WRT will be operating the M4 GT3 with 2 cars. Number 2. Ferrari. 2024 will be the second year that Ferrari will be operating the 296 GT3 model. Like BMW, the Maranello manufacturer will be competing in both series. Ferrari 296 GT3 uses a V6 twin-turbo engine 3.0 liters. At Imsa, there will be 5 team operators with a single car each of them. Risi Competizione will be competing at GT Pro Class, while AF Course, Triarsi Competizione, Conquest Racing and Settler Racing will be at GT3. And at WC, Vista AF Course will be the team operator with 2 cars. Number 3. Porsche. Porsche is another manufacturer returning in 2024. Like the Ferrari 296 GT3, 2024 is gonna be the second year that Porsche will be operating the 911 GT3 R992. The Stuttgart brand will also be competing at Imsa and WC. So let's get known about the car. This car uses a flat 6 engine 4.2 liters naturally aspirated. At Imsa, there will be 5 teams operating the 911 GT3R. Initially, we were expected to have 2 teams at GT Pro Class with AO Racing and Kelly Moss with Riley, with a single car each of them. However, the Wisconsin-based team decided to move back the number 92 car to the GT class. And with that, AO Racing will be the only Porsche team at GT Pro Class in the 2024 season. And at GT, we're gonna have a single Andretti Motorsports, 2 MDK Motorsports, 2 Kelly Moss with Riley, and a single Wright Motorsports car. And at WCLN GT3 class, Porsche 911 will be operated by Manthey Racing with 2 cars, but each with different names because of the sponsorships. The 91 will be called Manthey Imma, and the 92 as Manthey Pure Racing. Number 4. Chevy. With the end of the GT classes, Chevy needed to build a GT3 car to keep competing in GT classes. So here comes the new Corvette Z06 GT3R, which will debut in 2024 in both Imsa and WC. This car is gonna use a V8 naturally aspirated 5.5 liters engine spec. At Imsa, there will be 2 teams operating the new Corvette. Pratt Miller Motorsports will be the team operator at GT Pro Class and AWA at GTD. Both of them will have 2 cars each. And in the WCLN GT3 class, TF Sport will be operating the Corvette Z06 GT3R with 2 cars also. Number 5. Aston Martin. In the 2024 season, Aston Martin is coming with an Evo version of its Vantage AMR GT3 car with changes to the front look of the car. For example, the British brand will also compete in both categories next year. Now the details about the Vantage AMR GT3 Evo. The engine used is a V8 twin-turbo 4.0 liter spec. At Imsa, there will be 2 teams operating the Aston Martin Vantage AMR GT3 Evo, which are Heart of Racing team with 2 cars, but one at GTD Pro and another at GTD, and Magnus Racing with a single car at GTD class. And at WC, there will also be 2 teams operating, which are also Heart of Racing team, and another one is D Station Racing with a single car each of them. Number 6. Lamborghini. Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2 is returning for its second year since its debut in 2023. The Squadra course will also be part of both categories in 2024. Now let's check the details about this car. The engine used is V10 naturally aspirated 5.2-liter spec. At Imsa, there will be 3 Lamborghini's team operators with iron links, Wayne Taylor with Andretti and Forte Racing. And in the WCLM GT3 class, Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2 will also be operated by iron links. Number 7. Mercedes. So here comes the first manufacturer in this list which will only compete in Imsa in 2024. Mercedes was not chosen to be part of the WC next season because the German manufacturer doesn't compete in the hypercar class, and neither was racing there recently. And because of it, Mercedes will be only competing at Imsa next season in GT class. Now let's know about the Mercedes-AMG GT3 Evo. This car uses a V8 naturally aspirated 6.2 liters engine. We're gonna have 4 different teams operating the Mercedes GT3 at Imsa next season, with a single car each of them. At GT Pro class, Sun Energy 1 will be the only team to operate the Mercedes, probably exclusively for the Rolex 24 round. While at GTD Courthoff Preston and Windward Racing will be the full season teams, and Lone Star Racing exclusively for the Rolex 24 round. Number 8. Ford. The Blue Oval Company is back at Imsa and WC GT classes. After being absent for 4 years, Ford is returning in both categories with a new Mustang GT3 in the 2024 season. Mustang was chosen because Ford decided to discontinue the GT car in December 2022. And due to that, it wouldn't make sense for the Blue Oval to produce a GT3 model. So let's check now the details from Ford Mustang GT3. The engine is a Ford Coyote V8 spec 5.4-liter naturally aspirated. At Imsa, Ford Mustang will be operated by Multimatic Motorsports with 2 cars in GTD Pro class, and also by Proton Competition with a single car in GTD class, but only for Rolex 24 round. And at WC, Proton Competition will be the team operator in LMGT3 class with 2 cars. Number 9. McLaren. 2024 will be also the second year that McLaren will be operating the 720S GT3 Evo since its debut. The British manufacturer will be returning to the Imsa in 2024, and thanks to the United Autosports, McLaren will be part of the WC GT3 grid next year. Now the details about the car. McLaren 720S GT3 Evo has a V8 twin-turbo 4.0 liters engine. At Imsa, we're gonna have FAF Motorsports operating a single car in GTD Pro, and Inception Racing also with a single car in GTD class. And like said before, United Autosports will be McLaren's team operator at WC GT3 class with 2 cars. Number 10. Lexus. Lexus has the oldest GT3 car in this list because the RCF GT3 did its debut in 2017. Despite no Evo version being released since then, Lexus is still very competitive, at least at Imsa last year's, and will be back there next season. And because Toyota is part of the hypercar class, Lexus will also compete in the WC GT3 class in 2024. So let's check now the details about Lexus RCF GT3. The engine used is a Toyota V8 naturally aspirated 5.0 liters. At Imsa, Vassar Sullivan is the only team operator with 2 cars, but a single one at GTD Pro and another at GTD class. And in the WC GT3 class, a Cody's ASP team will be operating the Lexus GT3 with 2 cars. Number 11. Acura. Now finally Acura, the last manufacturer in this list. Like Mercedes' case, Acura will only be competing at IMSA in 2024 because Honda Group has no presence in WC for a while, and because of it, the NSX GT3 Evo 22 was not chosen to be part of LN GT3 class. This car uses a V6 twin-turbo 3.5-liter